question.
This meeting is
Hello,
being recorded.
ladies.
Hi.
It is so nice to see your beautiful smiling faces. I missed you guys. And look, Wendy's going to Jamaica, Jamaica.
Oh, nice, Wendy. Where'd you go the last time? You just went on vacation recently.
Panama City Beach.
Oh, that was last year.
That's all right. It's a vacation.
That was last year. Hey, guys out there. Hey, listen, please leave a comment, like, subscribe, do all that good-ish.
Yes.
Because we need you to do that for us. We are trying to build up our following because we have some great content. And like we always say, we know it's just not us that believe there is still a silver lining after a certain age, because we are sticking with that. We believe it, right, ladies? We are.
Yes, we do.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So with that said, in that believing, we thought we would discuss red flags, because you know when you were younger, the red flags came at you all the time, and you would be like, "Oh, that's not a big deal," until it was a big deal. So we're going to talk about some red flags. We challenged ourselves to come up with 10 red flags that we've encountered over the years. And of those 10, if there are 5 or whatever the number you came up with, or we came up with individually, whatever the number was, half of that, can you deal with those today? Are you willing to forego those red flags because of where we are in terms of believing there is still a silver lining for women of a certain age? So let's get started. So Miss Barker, Miss Yvonne Barker, why don't you give us, how many did you come up with? How many red flags?
5.
Oh, that's right. So of that five, when you finish, how many, at least 3, are you willing to forego?
Like
so
not that.
3 or 5?
My 5 is lying, cheating, body cleanliness, housekeeping, and animal friendly. That's because I have Blueberry now.
Okay, so body cleanliness is kind of like a non-negotiable. So let's turn that into a red flag. So we have to say something like, okay, he says, "Oh no, I take a bath every single day," but you say to yourself, you in your
it don't smell like
it don't smell like you take a
it
bath.
Don't smell like it.
So we'll we'll look at them from that perspective if they sound like a non-negotiable. So go ahead. Of those 5, tell me, are there 3 of those that you would say, okay, I'm willing to work with this person because I think he's a good guy. I think we can do something together. We can grow, we can build together. And at this stage of the game, together as a team, as a unit, we can make it work.
Well, no.
Don't feel pressure, Bonnie, really.
No, I don't. No.
So you got some good ones on your list.
So there's nothing that you're willing to deal with or forego at this time?
No. I have to keep them all, because if I let you in saying to myself, okay, I just became really animal friendly since I got Blueberry, right? I let you in saying, well, you'll wind up becoming animal friendly after you meet my dog. That's not necessarily true. Some people are real honest about, I don't like animals, so I'm keeping all of mine. Okay, trust me, one of these things was the main focus of a 13-year relationship going in the toilet, and will never ever be. Okay, one of those things on there. So I'm keeping them all.
Okay.
I don't blame you.
All right.
I don't blame you.
So there were no other red flags over the years that
I couldn't think of any in the time span. Of course there are more.
Yeah.
But I just read this a minute or 2 ago and did it. But I'm sure there are quite many more.
All right, so when
you're spurring some thoughts for me, Bonnie, actually, because I'm late with my homework. Yeah.
As you did for me the last time. So
so Wendy, have you come up with any?
You're giving me flashbacks, Bonnie.
Flashbacks. Have you come up with some, Wendy?
Yeah.
How many do you have?
Well, the drinking, smoking too much, drinking too much, smoking too much, Bonnie, lying and cheating. Oh my God. Bad breath, bad dressing, hanging with the friends too much, lack of attention. I put that in the same category, okay?
I like that.
So
All right,
I'm
so
up to
wait.
8 already. I'm up to that's 7.
Okay,
Look.
so all right, so don't tell me yet. I'm gonna name mine, then we'll, because since Bonnie only had 5 and she's not willing to, there are none that she's willing to forego at this stage of her life in a new relationship. So I'm gonna name mine, and then you go back and you say, of your 8, what 4 you think that you can deal with. So for
Okay.
me, okay, these are mine, guys. He drinks too much.
Yeah.
I can change him, it doesn't matter what it is. We can say, oh, I can change him. In the past, you've said that many times, I'm sure.
Yes.
He lies too much. He doesn't realize that he's lying. That's usually the killer. You know what I'm saying? And you say to yourself, well, maybe he's telling the truth, and you just really go back and forth, and he's lying, but you want to convince yourself otherwise. He makes an excuse to always leave after lovemaking. I know we had those. You want to roll over and cuddle. Oh, baby, I gotta go. I got something to do. Never wants to discuss his past. Big red flag.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't want to meet his family. Doesn't want you to meet his family. Avoids family functions, and even his family functions he avoids. He always has an excuse. He'll tell you about something, but he never invites you. Never wants to go out with other couples. His excuse usually is, I just want to be with you, baby. I just want us to spend time together. And then this is number 8. Loves to eat, but never wants to cook. Loves to eat, but never wants to cook. Not even as a team, as a fun activity. Loves receiving gifts, but always somehow forget your special days.
Ooh.
And this, I can't with 10. This is number 10. Doesn't pick up after himself, and I think you said that, Bonnie. Cleanliness. So Wendy, of your 8, what are the 4 that you think you could deal with at this stage? Because Bonnie can't. Bonnie got 5, and she said she can't. There's nothing she can
take
work
none.
Hers were, I feel her though. I would say maybe the bad dressing, I think I could deal with. I think we talked about that a little bit. I might be able to deal with the bad dressing because I have dealt with it, and you just go shopping for them and kind of teach them a little bit, I'm willing to do that.
Okay.
You spurred one up for me. Have you guys had the tip skipper?
Oh, God. Yes. Wait. I gotta tell you guys a really good story. It's not about a tip skipper, but it's a restaurant story. I'll tell you about it once we talk about our red flag.
Okay.
So what else you got, Wendy?
So I would give up. I can work with the bad dresser.
Okay.
Bless you, Vine. And the lying and the smoking and the drinking and the I gotta have attention. Maybe I can work with the tip skipper.
Yeah, but then you're gonna find yourself tipping all the time. I'm just saying.
All the time.
Especially if you're a person that, if you have good service, you want to acknowledge it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I guess you could teach them, help them understand.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm thinking.
You could probably,
the value of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's only
so
going to get you more. Yeah. So how many did you have out of your 8 that you think you could deal with? Did you have 4 or less?
I had 2 out of the 8.
There's only 2 that you could deal with?
More.
You said you could deal with the tip skipper and the dressing. You could, because you can always guide them through the maze of dressing. Yeah. So those are the only 2?
Those are the only 2.
I think
come on now, bad breath.
We tough. So listen, so I had 10, and I'm talking trash, right? So of my 10, I only had, I said loves to eat but doesn't like to cook. Okay, I could deal with that because eventually I'm going to make it fun for you, so you're going to want to join me in a culinary activity at some point in time. So I could deal with that at this age.
That's not bad. I don't think that one's too bad.
No, loves receiving gifts, but doesn't. Always seems to forget when you have special days. Well, you know what?
That's stingy.
Yeah, that is stingy, and that's a red flag. But I think that you can train them. I I would put it like this. I can't say that you can train them, but that's one that I'd be willing to give it a try. And if it wasn't panning out, coming to fruition, then no, I'd have to forego that risk.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And doesn't pick up after himself. That's one that I would try to work with, because usually all you have to do is go to their home, if they have a house, or to their apartment, and 9 times out of 10 it's probably a mess. And if theirs is a mess, if they ever cohabitate with you or you marry them, you're gonna have a mess to clean up all the time. But I would try to work with that one, unless I go to their place where they live at and it is a disgusting mess. Then no. I can't work with that. I'm sorry, guys, but cleanliness is next to godliness.
Next to godliness.
So ladies,
but back to what you said, the first one though, Chris, about trying to show them how to treat you, generosity, that kind of thing.
Right.
They say that you teach people how to treat you, so you might be able to do that, possibly.
And you are right, because they say that people will only treat you the way you let them treat you.
Yeah.
I guess stop buying them gifts for a while and let them see how that, you know what I'm saying? Let them see how it feels. But ladies, so we're kind of tough with the red flags, to be where we are at this point in our life. We wouldn't forego a lot. We have some serious standards. That goes back to those standards. So we got some serious standards, but you know what? There's nothing wrong with that, because at this stage of my life, I refuse to be unhappy, because I can be happy by myself, but I don't want to be happy by myself. And I can be unhappy by myself. I don't need to be happy with someone else, but I would definitely love to be happy with someone, especially, at this stage of the game. But ladies, let me tell you this joke. And Wendy, do you remember the guy? And I don't know if he's watching this, so what? Too bad. Remember the guy Otis that I dated years ago? Remember Otis? Okay, yes. So Otis and I went to a restaurant. I forgot what restaurant it was. It wasn't a fancy place, because he wasn't a fancy guy, but that was cool. He was, we were cool. So he asked the waiter for some water.
I remember that story.
And he asked for some lemons. So, sugar is already on the table, right? So he asked the waiter for the water and the lemons. And I said, why? I said, oh, okay, you just wanted some water with lemons, because, I drink water with lime now all the time.
Right, I drink water with
lemons. I wasn't drinking a lot back in the day. He proceeded to make lemonade.
Stop it. Pause, as they say.
At the restaurant. At the restaurant.
So the waiter came back and seen him with the sugar packets all on the table. So the waiter said, "Oh, I didn't know you wanted lemonade. I could have brought you some."
Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
Talk about throwing some shade. Somebody.
Was that cheap or just being him?
What? I'm sorry. No, he was cheap. No, he was very frugal. So no, he wasn't about to order no lemon water with some sugar in it when he can make it himself.
I'm gonna say he probably skipped the tip too.
Yeah, he was a light tipper as well. Yes, he was all. You can tell. Usually, if they have one of the traits, they have a bunch of the traits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what? You're right about that. If they have one, they usually have more than one, and at least 3 of them are on our list.
Exactly.
But now I don't have a problem if you pull out a Groupon. You got a Groupon coupon or something like that. I'm okay with that.
And you know what? I am too. I am too. I am okay with that as well.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Especially in the early, and I won't even say in the early stages, but when you get to know each other, you might pull out a Groupon here. He might pull out a Groupon. I think that's cool, but don't take me on a date with a Groupon. I'm sorry. No.
You mean even in the midst of your relationship?
No, at the beginning of the relationship, because that tells me that we're gonna be Grouponing a lot.
The rest of our lives.
I'd rather
people who collect coupons, they do it religiously.
Yeah,
if I have a coupon, you're gonna be so lucky. It just fell in my hand, kind of thing. I'd rather over email, and we in that store, and I remember seeing it. Other than that, I'm not that person. But people who do it, they do it religiously. You go through there, you know, God forbid they died. If you went through their pocketbook and wallet, all you're gonna find is coupons.
It's coupons. So, but so it so
Respect,
I
Bonnie, I respect that.
I would rather for you
Listen,
to
I
take
ain't
me.
mad at nobody. They've saved me a few times also, but I don't want my man to be always that. No.
And you
Yeah.
know, and I would rather for you to take me to a modest restaurant. You know, we don't always have to go to an extravagant restaurant. I would
Right.
rather for you, as opposed to pulling out a Groupon all the time, I'd rather for you just take me to a modest restaurant. That's all. You know,
Mhm.
but that's that. You okay? So do you think that that kind of thing? Could you train a man, help him understand? You know that pulling out Groupons all the time might not be a good look. You know, for him. You said no, you can't train him. That's what that
I mean, I haven't dated a guy that used Groupons like that or coupons like that, Bunny. I haven't, but I like it when you're frugal, though. I do like that. I think that's a key. think that's a good trait.
No, I like it.
Cheap.
I like
Not
it.
cheap.
I like it when you're frugal for the right reasons. Because frugal
Sure.
can turn into cheap. Okay.
Easy.
I like it when
Easy.
I like it when you're frugal because you're trying to build something, or
Absolutely.
you built something already and you're at your in the later years, and you're trying to maintain it because you
Sure.
want to have something for, you know, for the latter years as well. But just plain old cheap and stingy, because I'm not like that. So you never want to feel like you're always the giver. And I've been in relationships like that where I have been the giver until I said, wait a minute, no, okay, you said you didn't get paid until next week. That was cool. You know, I paid for lunch or whatever it was. Okay, you had so many bills to pay. Well, shit, I got bills too. But I've been in a relationship like that. So yeah, that's a hard one. That's a hard one. But I still say, ladies, we aren't moving on those red flags. So that goes right up there with the non-negotiables, I guess.
I'm not growing up no man. Okay. I'm not doing that. I'm not growing up a man. The things that we say at this point in a grown man's life, he should already be at that place. He shouldn't be those other places. Although we've seen them,
Oh
but
yeah.
I know we're not going. I mean, it takes two to tango. They may be all of this to on you because they like you or whatnot, but some of them are front and center.
Hey, and that's just like that's up there with the non-negotiable, the sagging pants. You over 50 and you got a throwback jersey on with sagging pants.
Okay.
Seriously? Okay. Well, I'm not sure. I can't even say that a younger woman is going to be overly attracted to that, because a younger woman, if she's attracted to an older man, she's looking for an older man that looks like he has something. You know
right.
what I'm saying?
Ain't nobody trying to get with no saggy pants.
Right. That looks like he's a sugar daddy, for lack of a better word. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's not trying to find daddy that's trying to look like a kid. You know?
True. That's true.
So true. So true.
Well, ladies, it's always a fun time when we get together, and
yes,
and this was fun because we learned something about ourselves. We are not as flexible as we probably thought we were. What do you think?
Well, I disagree with that, Chris. I really disagree with that.
Well, go ahead. Tell me.
We talking drinking too much, smoking too much, and lying and cheating. I mean,
the basics.
You know what? I do stand.
Those are character flaws, right?
I do stand corrected, because you're right. Those are just because all of those are the kinds of things that make for a difficult relationship.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Drama.
You're
right.
You're right.
I stand corrected.
That.
I stand corrected.
Yeah.
But I wonder, we're going to have a gentleman on here, and we're going to have to ask him how would they feel if those kinds of things a woman said she wasn't willing to make any kinds of concessions on any of those.
See, but if we tell a man up front, then they make a concession about us. She's too demanding. No, even if he had one of those traits that he knew about, but we're naming 5 or maybe 6 that we don't want to be bothered with, he would make a judgment on us. So I don't know if a man should know that. Is a man really going to know that beforehand? It's not like we give a list. Okay, bam, this is what I want from you.
Yeah, you have a point.
Don't want from you.
You have a point. I'll
You
give
know.
that to you. You have a point for sure. All right, so guys, you straighten me out at every turn. So
But we can have a guy on and ask them for their red flags, though. Just
Yeah, we could
off
ask them
that.
what their red flags are
Mhm,
for.
oh, that's a good idea. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
Turn-
I like that. Well, and you know the first one they're gonna say, right? She's a gold digger.
Oh yeah, they can. They can. That would go to our other things that we talked about, being financially secure at
Right.
this age. They might, but
I
if
think
we don't,
temper
all of
is
us,
going to be one
all
of
of
the
us are
big
coming
things.
with something to the table, so that's not really true. We're
You
not
said-
starting out of our mother's basement or something like that. We
Right.
already have achieved something that
Mhm.
is substantial that a man would see in us immediately, like once he came to your house, apartment, condo, whatever it is,
Right.
walks in and sees you, which means your whole surroundings and everything. it
No,
makes it
you're
go
right.
good.
What were you gonna say, Wendy?
I forgot. I completely forgot. I really did.
But no, we were talking about we could ask him what we could ask a guy what his red flags are.
Oh, I'm sorry. So yeah, I think they would probably say temper, a bad temper would be one of them.
Or either argumentative.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the same thing, argumentative.
Yeah.
Because they always say they were
And
argumentative.
you know what? That should be on our list. Wait a minute. A bad temper, right?
Bad
You know,
temper,
oh
yeah.
yes, because they may have a flare up and that's a red flag that they do have a bad
Yes.
temper. That's a good
Yep.
one. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
what is
you're
that,
right.
what does
That should
that
be
bad
on my
temper
list.
lead to?
That we're not giving up.
That
that
bad
we're
temper
not
leads
giving
to
up.
abuse.
Yeah.
That's all that does, it lead to abuse.
That in my
Yeah.
notes.
Mhm.
That's usually a red flag for abuse.
Yes.
You know?
Putting it in my notes right now.
Yeah. You added that one to your list of red flags. Look,
Absolutely.
you end up having six.
Absolutely. Just in case I get a little older and I forget, let me look at it and read it.
You can go back to your notes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know I wrote something down about this. Wait, hold on, man. Hold on.
Go-
One minute.
Go
Let me
find
just
your
look.
notes, right?
Look. Nope.
Well, ladies, we are coming to the end, and we always have a good time. So guys out there
Yeah.
listening and watching, please make sure that you like, subscribe, and leave us a message. We would love to talk about something that you are interested in. As always, please join in the conversation. We truly do appreciate it. And leave us a comment. Ladies, any parting thoughts about red flags or anything else?
Oh, happy Memorial Weekend.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's right.
Yeah. Just let them know when we're going to be back on, Chris. When will we be back?
We will be back on in 2 weeks from Sunday, this coming Sunday. So what is that date? Let me see.
We're not going to be on tonight, or yes?
Yes, but
I said next. Next.
Oh, the next.
after tonight, because we've got Memorial Day weekend coming up, so we're not going to do it. So we'll be back on actually the 6th of June, because 29th, that's this weekend, Memorial Day weekend. So we'll be back, folks, on the 6th of June. So check us out then. Check out some of our other episodes that we also have on YouTube. We got some great conversations, some great content, because we know that we are not the only women that have these thoughts and feel like this, because we still believe there is a silver lining. We have not given up. Not giving up on love. All right, ladies, don't go anywhere. Let's hang out for a minute, okay?
Okay.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.